Welcome to ReDem, your intelligent assistant to ensure clean survey data. In this video, we will guide you through the whole data quality assessment and data cleaning process using ReDem. After the login, we see the dashboard that provides an overview of all imported projects. After clicking Import Data and Upload Data File, we can choose a name and select our new data file from the computer. We suggest opening your data file in another tab to make the upload process more efficient. In the first part, we determine the rows where the column headings and the first data record are located. This can vary depending on the file structure. In our example, the column headings are in row 1. The first data record starts in row 2. In the second part, we put in the correct codes for missing values, such as -66, 99, or null. In case the missing values are simply empty cells, like in our example, we can leave this field empty. We click on Next Step to continue. In Step 2, we determine the data points we want to include in our quality checks. The first thing is to specify the dataset ID. We click the green button and select the correct column containing the dataset ID from the drop-down. After clicking Save, we continue to specify our open-ended questions. First, we again select the correct column from the drop-down or search bar. We have the option to enable the context check for all open-ended questions. It detects answers that are not topic-related as it checks the context surrounding the question using the specified keywords and the question posed. Additionally, we have the option to enable or disable the duplicate check. It detects duplicate answers and respondents. Here we enter the exact wording of our question title by copying it from our data file. Our example addresses the consumption of social media platforms. The last step is the selection of the languages we expect. This could be one or several languages, depending on your survey and target group. Other languages will be flagged as wrong language. For the second open-ended question, we do the same and click Save to continue. By checking the time duration, we can identify unusual respondent behavior. In our example, we select the column for the total interview duration. Besides adding additional time durations, we could enable scoring groups. This is useful when the answer behavior of different groups is completely different due to survey design, filtering, or device. In our case, we do not have this and click on Save straight away. The last data point we determine are the grid questions. We select the column where the grid question starts. In our example, Q14-1, and where it ends, at Q14-12. Please note that there have to be at least 7 items to check the quality of a grid question. By enabling the pattern check, bad response patterns like straight lining or zigzag can be identified. This is only useful when the questions are not randomized in the survey. We continue to Step 3, where our selected quality checks are summarized on the right side. On the left, we see a summary about the data file and the credits required. When everything looks all right, I can confirm and redeem credits here. The uploading process takes about 1 or 2 minutes. In case of a very large file, it can take up to 10 minutes. We are at the quality dashboard of the data file. In the first tab, there is the dashboard for the raw data, which shows the results of the quality checks. At the top, we see a summary of the metadata such as the number of data records, etc. Below that, we see the charts about the ReDem score. This is a 360-degree evaluation of the quality of a respondent or an interview. It is made up of all quality controls that we have selected in the upload process. We can see the characteristics and influence of the quality scores. In the center, there is an overview of the distribution of the ReDem score on a scale between 0 and 100. On the right side, there is the classification of the data quality in the ReDem traffic light. At one glance, we can see which data records should be left and which should be removed. The next step is the data cleaning. We want to remove those data records that do not meet our quality standards, shown in yellow and red. We click on Clean Mark and define the limit values below which the data records are removed. We can simply apply the default values here, as they are based on our experience. By clicking on Apply Cleaning, all low-quality datasets are automatically removed. The tab Clean Data opens. We can see a summary of how many interviews have now been removed, and how this affects the quality check with the ReDem score. This means that there are only green and light green datasets in our data file left, which we want to use for our end results. Sometimes we want to add additional interviews to our data file. We click on Update Data File and select a data file with more respondents. This can be useful if the first analysis was carried out as an intermediary cleanup. Only the new datasets are evaluated and cleaned. We don't have to start the entire data import process from the beginning every time. Once we have finished analyzing the overall result, we can export the data by selecting different export functions, either only the cleaned or excluded data, or all interviews with a cleaning variable. And that's how easy it is to clean your survey data. We are on the summary page of the clean data. In the first tab, we can see an overview of the data quality checks. For ReDem, it is important to enable full transparency about the cleaning process on the platform. In the next tabs, we can take a closer look at each quality check. Here we can see the detailed results for the open-ended score. On the right side, there is a pie chart of the different quality categories like valid, nonsense, or copy-paste answers. At the bottom, there is the data record table. In the first tab, there is the summary. In the next tabs, there are the detailed results for each open-ended question. We can see every answer with the assigned quality category. There is full transparency about the included and excluded data and the reasons why they were excluded. The same applies for the time score that can be found in the next tab. On top, we have the summary of the results, and on the bottom, the detailed data record table. The last questions that we check in our example are the grid questions. And that's the comprehensive overview of the results of the data cleaning. We are on the overview page of the clean data and select Data Table to access the respondent table. Here is the file that we initially uploaded, but with additional information from ReDem, highlighted here in green. We can see which data remained in the dataset after cleaning, and the according quality scores. This allows us to keep track of every quality control step and carry out changes ourselves. We can include or exclude respondents by selecting or deselecting them in the column on the left. Additionally, we can take a look at the details about an individual respondent by clicking on the blue eye. In the first tab, we can see the summary of the ReDem score. In the other tabs, there are the details about the open-ended score, the time score, and the grid question score. In this case, the respondent has a low-quality score and their interview has been removed accordingly. We can take a look at another respondent with a better quality score. Their interview passed the cleaning process and remains in the clean dataset. And that's how easy it is to understand and manage the respondent data table. We can access the quality report through the overview page of the clean data. Next to the quality seal, we click on View Report. To share it, we can copy the URL or the QR code from the menu Manage Quality Report. The quality report opens in a separate browser tab and can be shared with all stakeholders in the process, either with customers or internal stakeholders. This ensures transparency in the data cleaning process. We can see the different ReDem scores for the cleaned and raw data and the distribution of it. Below, there is a simplified version of the respondent table. We can track which respondents have passed the quality control and which have been excluded. The quality report provides a transparent and easy-to-understand documentation of the data quality checks. Thank you for watching. We hope this tutorial helps you get the most out of ReDem when assessing and cleaning your survey data.